My wife's stepmother constantly posts our children's photos on her IG account without our consent, so we are giving her an ultimatum. My wife and I have 2 children and expect a third. Since our eldest was born, we have been clear and consistent about not wanting pictures of them posted online. It was my wife's idea, but it was still a mutual decision. Most of our friends and family have no problem with that, but we've had problems with my wife's stepmother. She has posted photos of our children on her Instagram account several times without our consent. Most are harmless, but there have been a few times she took pictures of the kids behind their backs and posted them. Whenever we see a photo of our children on her Instagram page, we tell her to delete it. She always does, but it happens again the next time she sees them. We have been having this discussion with her since our daughter was born. She never listens. My family spent New Year's Eve at a rented beach house with some of my wife's paternal family. We returned home on January 1st. That same day, my wife's stepmother posted several pictures from the trip. Buried between them were 3 photos of our kids on the beach. They're both wearing swimsuits, and they don't seem aware they're being photographed. My wife and I talked and agreed we'd given her stepmother enough chances. As long as she's active on social media, she will continue posting pictures of our children without our consent. We called her yesterday and said that she won't be allowed to see our kids unless she deletes her Instagram account. That means she won't have any kind of contact with them, receive pictures or be invited to their events. She cried during the call and tried to promise us she would delete the New Year's Eve post and never do anything like this again. But we told her we couldn't trust her. She can keep her account if she wants to, but she won't be allowed near our kids if she does. My father-in-law called my wife last night. He agreed that her stepmother crossed a line but said cutting her off from our children was an exaggeration. He said she has just started making money with social media, but she also loves our kids very much, and forcing her to choose is cruel. Update: she has 60K followers on Instagram. Her Instagram account is not focused solely on my children. She started out as a lifestyle blogger. A few years ago, she started posting family stuff as well, and now at least half of her content revolves around that. She tries to post pictures of my kids every time she takes them. Almost every time we see her, she posts a new picture. She has also posted more photos of my daughter than of my son. Both my wife and I are on Instagram, but not very actively. She has a private account and another one for her job. I only have my personal account, in which I rarely post anything. Neither of us have ever posted our children's faces in any of these accounts. My wife doesn't see her stepmother as a parent, and they're not very close. My children don't see her as a grandmother either. This isn't about me looking for a reason to cut ties with my in-laws. I get along very well with my wife's father, and besides her behavior concerning social media, I have no problem with her stepmother. I really shouldn't have to explain why my wife and I don't want pictures of our children online. If you are a parent who has no problem with others posting photos of your kids, that's fine. I'm not here to change your mind, nor would I attempt to if I were. Your decisions regarding your children are your own, as are mine. None of us live in the United States. I read your comments and talk things through with my wife. As upset as we are about this, we must deal with it fairly. So we have to take into consideration that 1. Her stepmother's account is not focused solely on our children, and 2. We had never threatened her with loss of contact before, so our ultimatum might have been too sudden. That said, we are still uncomfortable with our children being posted on social media, and we regret not effectively stopping this sooner. So, however, we move forward. We need to clarify that we are serious about this boundary. A few days ago, my wife and I met her father and stepmother at their place. We left the kids with my wife's mother. We sat them down and told them we'd retract the ultimatum, but we didn't trust her stepmother not to sneak pictures of our children again. We decided to propose something many of you suggested: a no-phone policy whenever my wife's stepmother saw our kids. She also would no longer receive any pictures of them from anyone, and if she ever posted a photo of our children anywhere again, then we would cut her off from them. My father-in-law agreed right away, but his wife got offended. She said we couldn't control how she used her phone. She tried to promise us she'd stop posting the kids again, but we said no. We can't trust her anymore, and we have no intention of giving her more chances. The 4 of us argued about this. My father-in-law mostly took our side. It lasted a while. My wife's stepmother started by apologizing but eventually started trying to defend herself. She told us she always thought we were overreacting and that lots of people post pictures of their children online every day without any problems. We asked her why she was so insistent on posting pictures of our kids. She tried to dodge the question at first, but she admitted that posts with the kids got more engagement. She used the New Year's post as an example. It was only up for a little over 24 hours before she took it down, but she claimed it was one of her most successful posts ever. When I asked her why she thought that had happened, she said it was because the kids looked so cute in them. My wife looked at her stepmother and said no, it's because they're barely dressed in them. You cannot convince us that a photo of our 5-year-old daughter in a swimsuit is getting attention from thousands of strangers because she's cute. Either you're an idiot, or you know what you're doing by posting these pictures. She started crying. She said her content was wholesome, her followers were good people, and we had no right to control her like that. My father-in-law was silent. That's when we gave up. We told her to keep her Instagram, but accept she is losing access to our kids. She tried more excuses, including some of my followers think they're my kids, which my wife is especially furious about. But we stood our ground and went home. My father-in-law called me and my wife later that night. He told us he was disappointed in his wife and was taking our side. We're not sure how to deal with him. Neither of us wants to cut him off, but we're not certain we can trust him. My wife just told him we needed some space, and he said that was fine. I'm exhausted, and my wife is doing even worse. But we've spoken about this, and we're both also relieved. We've still got work to do, but nothing we can't handle. For now, we have 2 amazing children and a baby on the way, and they will always be our #1 priority.